Morning everyone. Don't know if you can even hear me because of my suitcase, but it's currently 5:50 a.m, which is just not really the one, but I'm excited because this morning and this weekend I'm going to Edinburgh. I've never ever been to Edinburgh before, and I thought rather than just doing a classic vlog, because all I ever talk about is food anyway, why not just take you on a food tour of Edinburgh, because I'm going with my fellow foodie friend Abby, and yeah, that basically says it all. We're going to be eating a lot, so I thought let's just explore some of the best places to eat in Edinburgh and see what I think and show you what I get up to. So I hope you enjoy the video. Sorry to interrupt, but this is now my after Edinburgh self who will be commenting throughout this video, providing my thoughts and overall opinions of the places that we went to, because I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit difficult or awkward in some scenarios to kind of sit there with a camera and like give my overall opinion of the place. So let's carry on. Okay, so first up was Cairn Bistro, which we found on Instagram before going because it literally looks insane on their Instagram. They've got these insane milkshakes, like really like stuffed wraps, and then like brunch vibes, just loads of different things on the menu. It's located in the North Bridge Arcade, and it's actually got two sides to it. So we first went into like this more like restaurant brunch kind of vibe that was all like pink. There we got French toast, which I will give you the description. French toast, which had berries, white chocolate and almond crumble, vanilla mascarpone and salted caramel. So this is my first kind of reaction to it. Okay. Oh my god, it is actually amazing. So moist and squishy. And is that, what is that on top? Is that like, it's like a bit cheesy. So as you can see, I really liked it. I liked the texture of the French toast and I was really in the mood for it. Although the only thing that like I wasn't too keen on was the vanilla mascarpone, but that is absolutely just my opinion. Like, it was really, really nice and the whole vibe of the place was perfect. So after that, we were then like, oh, where is all the milkshakes? Because we'd seen it on their Instagram and they said, oh, that's just through here, like on the other side of the building. And there they had a big menu of milkshakes, so many different flavors, as well as like insane like waffles, so many good like, you know, comfort food. So I got the Biscoff caramel. Big straw.
Very big.
Oh my god, that's unreal. I'm gonna try. So this is the Malteser. They both taste exactly the way they sound. That is unreal. That is way better than the French toast. Overall, really, really impressed with Cairn Bistro. I would definitely go again. So next for lunch, we went to Bonnie and Wild Market, which is in the St. James's Quarter on the 4th floor. So basically at the top of their mall. And this is a little description online sort of what it is. So it's a food hall celebrating Scottish food and drink. It's got 8 food stalls, 3 retailers, 3 bars, demo kitchen, private dining and events. So it was so cool. So you basically go in, you get seated to a table, which is all very casual, like on kind of like benches that sometimes you might share with somebody else. Get up, go round and just see what you fancy. Order from the place that you choose, and then they give you a buzzer, and then that buzzes when your order is ready and you go and collect your food. And they even had this like vegetarian vegan place that looked really accommodating to all you vegetarians and vegans. First thing that we got was fried chicken tendies from a place called Chicks. So here is me trying it. Got a nice like smoky taste.
So good. And so crunchy.
Oh my god. You don't really need a dip.
No.
I mean, it would be nice with one.
It would be nice with a dip, but like it is the flavour stuff. It's not just like a bland chicken noodle.
They have so many dips though, don't they? There was loads of options of dips, so we should have explored those more, but you can, because it did look insane and it was so hot, like it was really fresh. The second place we went to was Salt and Chili Oriental, and we got salt and chili chicken with chili fries and a amazing spicy mayo. And here's me trying it, and honestly I kind of forgot the camera was there. I was just in depth convo with my friend Abby talking about the food, so here you go. Okay. That is actually amazing. I can't decide whether I prefer that or the other one.
They're both so nice. That's so much more flavoursome.
Yeah, it's more flavoursome.
But it's just because it's like a different type of chicken. He did offer me that I could have got those ones hot, but I said no, I want the classic.
And then the chips. I like the spicy thing on the top. Is that sauce nice?
Yeah, it's just like a chili mayo kind of vibe.
Oh, heaven, love it. This is my vibe. So overall, Bonnie and Wild, I think it's amazing. Like, I would definitely recommend it. It's so like modern, it's got this new vibe to it. You can go with, you know, a bunch of different people that have all different tastes in foods, and you can just get whatever suits you. So we actually went to Edinburgh in August, which is when the Fringe Festival is on. We actually had booked to go and see a comedy show on this evening. We were limited to time, so we were like, oh my god, what do we get for food? But we still wanted to like make the most of it and not just go to like a chain restaurant or a fast food place. We ended up going to Gordon's Trattoria, which is on the Royal Mile, and it's really like cool, quirky Italian place. I didn't film what the interior looked like, but it was basically like really long, quite thin all the way down, and you could see the chefs on one side cooking, which I always love because you can literally see your food being freshly made. Like a diner vibe. Had a big range of pasta dishes as well as pizza and other, you know, normal dishes that you'll get from the Italian. So I asked for tagliatelle al pesto, which is obvious what it is from the name, and I also added some chicken as well, and they gave me so much chicken, like it was just such a big amazing meal. And Abby also got the tagliatelle real, king prawns, asparagus, cherry tomatoes in like a garlic oil white wine kind of sauce, which she said was amazing too, like really fresh king prawns. I'm not gonna lie, we were in and out of that restaurant within 30 minutes, which was absolutely perfect for the scenario that we were in, because we needed to get to the comedy. Obviously, I'm sure that you could have like made it longer by getting starters, desserts, having a few drinks. Definitely would recommend it. And it also wasn't too overly priced considering it was on the Royal Mile. We actually stayed in the Radisson Blu Hotel on the Royal Mile. So in the morning, I thought I'd just quickly show you my breakfast. I got an omelette with beans and toast, and Abby just got like a selection from the full English breakfast plate, but she just didn't want everything on it. But when I did see the full English breakfast plate, it was so big, it was amazing. So if you are going to stay in the Radisson Blu Hotel, I would definitely recommend the breakfast there. So after we did a like hop on hop off bus, they spoke about the Grass Market in Edinburgh, which is a really cool street with loads of different like food places, as well as like market stalls in there with people making food as well as selling other things. I don't know whether that's always there or whether it's because of the Fringe that it was on, but it was a really cool place and so busy. But we eventually decided on a Mexican place called El Toro Loco. Because we were so full from our breakfast, we ended up splitting a burrito, which they were so accommodating for, because I was like, how are they going to split a burrito? But we had this like pulled pork burrito with all the trimmings that you get in a burrito, and they just cut it perfectly in the middle, and it was delicious, so moist. I mean, it went everywhere, like it was really messy, but yeah, perfect. So we definitely recommend that at the Grass Market. And we didn't actually go to this place, but there's a place called Mary's Milk Bar, which I think is exclusive to Edinburgh, and the queue, and no word of a lie, was all the way up, like round from the place up these stairs, and it was only this small place. And from the flavors of ice cream that they do, it looks like they do different ones each day, and they're so like unusual, but the ice cream looked so creamy. They gave you a generous amount as well. So next up was obviously exclusive to being in Edinburgh in August, because we went for food at the Fringe, which was so cool. I did not expect it to look this insane. Basically at this area of the Fringe, it had like this multicolored tree with all these lights. It was just such good vibes, people having drinks, food, good music was playing, and it was just a really big area with loads of different places to go to. So we really fancied pizza by this point, and there was a perfect pizza place there, and it was called Paddle and Peel. I'm not gonna lie, we had to wait about 20 minutes for our pizza, but that's because it was a Saturday night, it was super busy, and a lot of people wanted pizza, and they make it from scratch. They have like a selection of a few different pizzas, but I'm sure that you could maybe tweak it if it isn't too complicated. So I just got a classic ham and mushroom pizza, but it was amazing. It was so thin, and you could just tell that it's literally just been made. So one of the friends that I was with went to this like mac and cheese kind of like stall, and that looked insane. Like it wasn't just normal mac and cheese, like you had toppings on the top. I think hers was like a Mexican kind of style mac and cheese, so it had like nachos around the edge. My foodie brain was like, why can't I just have like this stomach that like literally can just fit all of this in, and it fits and it's fine, but I couldn't, and I'm not going to be greedy, but I wish I could. Lunch on the final day, we went to El Cartel, which is a Mexican, which, funny story about this is, one of my friends that lives in Edinburgh said that one of her friends who is actually from Mexico said that this place is the only place in Edinburgh that they will go to for Mexican food, because they obviously find that like a lot of Mexican restaurants aren't very authentic and just kind of very commercialized, and they've got the English or American twist to it, whereas El Cartel is so authentic. It's just so quirky. I think there's 3 different destinations for El Cartel in Edinburgh, but when we were there, one of them was under construction. So we went to El Cartel on Teviot Place, which was very small, and I would definitely recommend booking in advance because they get booked up quite quick. And it's almost like Mexican tapas. One side of the menu that's like dedicated to tacos, and then the other side of the menu that's got more of a mixture of different items. They said that they kind of also recommend you sharing, because they just basically bring out the dish once it's ready. So like if you don't really want to sit there whilst you're eating and the other person isn't eating. But then we were like, oh, but there's some things on there that I really fancy and you don't, vice versa. So what we thought, we had 2 dishes that we shared, and then 2 dishes that we had to ourselves. And to be honest, like all of the dishes arrived pretty quickly and at the same time, so it was absolutely fine. I got the carne asada tacos, which were steak tacos with salsa, spring onion, tomatoes and guacamole, which were really delicious. I just thought I'd get something different. I never normally have steak. If you are a huge steak fan though, I would probably say like ask them to cook it in the way that you like it, because I wasn't too sure, so mine was a little bit too well done, but it was still really nice and moist with everything else on the taco. Abby got the cod tacos, which looked delicious, and then we shared the bombers, which are deep fried cream cheese balls with jalapenos, nigella and chipotle cream. They were really nice. They actually had a bit of a kick to them with spice. I don't feel like this place is something for somebody that doesn't really like trying new things or is a bit afraid of spice. You know, the concoctions and blends of flavors are very kind of significant here, and you know, if you're there with adventurous people and you're not that adventurous, there are a few things on the menu that will be safe. If you want the full experience, then I'd definitely say like go all in, try not to tweak it, and just see how those blends of flavors actually work, because the chefs know what they're doing. Last thing we got was chorizo and sweet potato quesadillas, which were really lovely, squishy, and loved it. So to finish with something sweet, we stopped at Mimi's Bakehouse, which they actually had a pop-up stall in the Fringe Festival area, but we also noticed that they do have a few shops dotted around Edinburgh, and they have a range of different selections, tray bakes, just loads of good dessert, and it caught our eye as soon as we walked past it. We just decided to share the Malteser slice, which was almost like a kind of chocolate tiffin, very crunchy. It had Maltesers inside. It was lovely. It had like dusted chocolate on the top and Maltesers on the top and inside, and it really satisfied our sweet tooth. So I would definitely recommend Mimi's Bakehouse for something sweet and to grab and go, basically. That is kind of it for the end of the video. I do hope that you enjoyed. I absolutely loved Edinburgh, just the whole vibe. Comment below if you have ever been to Edinburgh and if you have tried any of these places, or what places you would recommend, or which place you want to try from this video. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because it really helps me out, and I would love for you to join me on this YouTube journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!